Hello friends, welcome back to Team Autotrend channel. I'm sure most of us have seen the previous generation Hyundai Tucson SUV, which was actually a pretty good rival to the Jeep Compass and the Citroen C5. But now recently, Hyundai have launched their new 4th generation Hyundai Tucson. In this video, I'm going to take you through all the features and details of this new SUV. But before that, please make sure to subscribe to our channel as we provide detailed reviews of all variants of all cars along with regular news updates. Do support us by liking and sharing this video. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter for regular timely updates. Today, this Hyundai Tucson has been provided to us by Lotus Hyundai showroom in Coimbatore. When compared to the previous generation Tucson, this new model is a drastic revolution both in terms of looks and features. First of all, in terms of looks, this new Hyundai Tucson looks unlike any other SUV as it carries forward the design elements seen on other global Hyundai SUVs. The first highlight on the front fascia is this massive parametric front grille. The manner in which the LED DRLs are seamlessly integrated into this 3D grille is simply superb. Road presence is also expected to be fantastic, whereas the actual LED headlamps are located lower down on the bumper. Befitting the category of a premium SUV, the Tucson offers 4 front parking sensors along with a front camera as a part of the 360-degree surround view monitor system, for which the camera is located just underneath the Hyundai logo. The Hyundai Tucson definitely does not look like any other SUV and will definitely turn heads. Moving on towards the side profile, the Tucson features sharp creases and cuts more than any other car we have seen till today. Along with the squarish wheel arches, you get to see all-round body cladding, and you can clearly see the Z-shaped, sharply cut angles on the door panels, which claim to aid aerodynamics. This top-spec signature variant is available with 18-inch dual-tone machine-cut alloy wheels, which also has got an angular theme. The main highlight of the new Tucson are the design elements, as you can see fresh and nice design details all around the car. On the C-pillar, you get to see a brushed aluminium finish like metal panel, which will be highlighted on darker body colors. From any angle, the Hyundai Tucson looks very attractive and sharp. Moving on towards the back, you get to see a signature unique LED light bar running across the width, which also integrate the sharp fang-like LED tail lamps. That said, the actual reverse lamps and indicator lights are located lower down on the bumper. Both the front and rear silver finish skid plates are available as standard, and the signature variants also get radar transponders on the rear fenders. Another feature which we have not yet seen on any other car is the unique fitment of the rear wiper. Instead of mounting on the windshield, the actual rear wiper is mounted underneath the spoiler, neatly hidden away. Now, as a result of this clever design detail, the rear design is cleaner and it would look even more impressive in other darker colors. The Hyundai Tucson offers level 2 ADAS functions on the signature variant, and apart from the roof rails and shark fin antenna, it also offers a massive panoramic sunroof. Let's now check out the cabin, which is where the actual impressive and luxury features are. Opening the driver door itself, you get to see a surprise feature. Yes, the driver seat has got a welcome function. Once you open the driver door, the driver seat automatically retracts behind to provide more room for ingress and egress. Yes, this Hyundai Tucson gets a 10-way power adjustable driver seat. That said, not only the driver seat, the front passenger seat also offers 6-way power adjustment, including height adjust. But it is only the driver seat which gets 2 memory functions. The seating position and profile of 2 different drivers can be set into memory, and I have set my seating position to the number 1. Apart from this, there are a whole lot of other luxury and premium features, which I will show you one by one once I settle in the driver seat. So right now I'm in the driver's seat of this new Hyundai Tucson, and this is how the interior looks like. In the initial glance, the material quality and the design itself looks so amazingly premium, and I definitely have to talk about the multiple levels and qualities of materials used in this cabin. First of all, you get to see 4 different materials in this cabin, which are all visible on the door pad itself. As you can see on the top, you get to see a soft touch plastic material, whereas over here at the center, just below that, you get to see a hard plastic material, which also houses these memory function settings for the driver's seat, along with the 2 metal like strips running across the width of the cabin itself. Yes, and then just below that, you get to see a fabric texturized material over here, which is nice and softly padded, and this also runs across the width of the dashboard itself. As you can see, it is present over there and over here as well, extending into the rear doors as well, so which is quite nice. You can see the design of the cabin itself. It is like a cockpit extending from the center console, rising from the center console, and dividing into 2 sides, running across the width and merging seamlessly into the door pads. It is beautiful to look at, so amazingly premium. Then yes, other material just below that fabric material, you get to see mild gray colored, mild beige colored soft touch plastic material over here again, and you get to see a proper metal door handle, and this here is a leather, artificial leather material on the armrests of every door, which is nice and softly padded, very comfortable. And even on the lower part of the door pads, you get to see a soft feel material. This is not essentially a soft touch material, it is hard plastic, but it feels soft when you just brush your finger over them, which is quite nice. Now the same level of quality has been carried forward to the dashboard as well. On top there is the soft touch plastic, and over here as well you get to see soft touch plastic. So this is a properly premium cabin to look, feel and sit in as well. Next up, let's start talking about the features, because there is quite a whole lot of features, a truckload of features to be precise. As you can see, this steering wheel design we may have seen on the Creta, however this is a improved version of that design. It is not a flat bottom steering wheel, however the leather quality is much more improved, and so is the quality of these plastics over here. Then in terms of the steering mounted controls, you get steering mounted audio controls along with the cruise control and the controls for the instrument cluster on the right side of the steering wheel. This steering wheel provides a whole lot of range for tilt and telescopic adjustment as standard. Then this instrument cluster we may have already seen on the Hyundai Alcazar, and it is almost exactly the same display unit. Let me just turn on this car, and this is how the display looks like. Yes, it is immediately almost identical to the one we have seen on the Hyundai Alcazar. You get multiple settings, multiple layout designs which you can select through using this touchscreen infotainment system. This system again is almost similar to the one we have seen on the latest updated SX and SX optional variants of the Hyundai Venue, and you can change the layout of the instrument cluster using this touchscreen system. As you can see, there are 4 different layouts, so you can choose whichever display layout you want according to your taste. There is also a cube setting, which is quite nice and high-tech, but I prefer this classic setting, the classic C. So this instrument cluster, as we already know, obviously just like the Hyundai i20, right from the Hyundai i20 you get tire pressure monitoring system, and this also integrates a compass display. There is quite a lot of settings and display information integrated into this, including ADAS functions as well. Yes, the Hyundai Tucson provides level 2 ADAS functions, including blind spot monitoring, blind spot alerts, and you get autonomous emergency braking in the form of collision avoidance system, and you also get rear cross traffic alert, rear autonomous braking, along with adaptive cruise control with stop and start, which is seriously very good. For example, if you are traveling with adaptive cruise control turned on and there is a vehicle in front of you and you are traveling in the same speed as that vehicle, so if that vehicle stops, the Tucson, this Tucson which you are traveling in, automatically stops, halts to that speed, and if that vehicle restarts again, starts to move again, and accordingly to that speed, this Hyundai Tucson will also start running and get back to the standard cruising speed. So that is how this level 2 adaptive cruise control with start and stop functions. Then obviously you get lane keep assist along with blind spot avoidance assist, and you also get individual lane change monitor cameras integrated into this instrument cluster itself as a part of the 360-degree surround view camera system. Then now let's come on towards other quality stuff inside this cabin. Apart from the improved design of the steering wheel, the design of the instrument stalks, well, the controls, the stalks for the headlamps and the wipers are also drastically changed. They look so much more premium, like any other luxury SUV. They are plastic, obviously they are not metal, but you get this knurled piano black finish at the edges and they look so good. My god, they look so beautiful, and they are nicely damped in terms of usage as well, while also integrating all the features including automatic headlamps and automatic wiper functions as well. Then come on towards the center console. Yes, this here is the 10.25 inch touchscreen system. We have seen this on the Hyundai Venue as well. However, even more than the Hyundai Venue, this system now provides 12 different languages. The Hyundai Venue provided 10 regional languages options, but this one provides even more, 2 additional languages. So let's get into the language setting, and as you can see, there are 12 languages including Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, Gujarati, Bengali, Malayalam also, and 12 languages. Imagine that. So if you change into Hindi, for example, everything changes into Hindi, including the warnings, alerts, settings, menu. Everything is now changed into Hindi. Wow, this is really a breakthrough in terms of technology and user friendliness, because it is not necessary that everyone should know English, and standard setting is obviously English. So that is quite nice. And then apart from that, you obviously get 360 degrees surround view camera. Let me just engage the reverse camera. So this is how the camera monitor looks like. That is obviously the bird's eye view, and just look at the quality and clarity of the camera. You can see every small grain on this concrete floor over here, including the water dripping over there. So that's the quality level and clarity level of this 360 degree system on the Hyundai Tucson. And you also get multiple angles as well. You get a rear close-up, and you also get side close-ups as well for your blind spot monitoring, and it is truly good. Yep. And if you want to turn this camera on while moving forward, you get a button over here on the center console behind the gear lever, and that's how it looks. Beautiful, great, superbly helpful as well. So if you start moving forward after removing the gear lever from the reverse mode, the forward camera automatically turns on, so that you can easily monitor whether if there is anything at the front, in front of the car as well. So that's how thoughtful all these features have been made. And there is also inbuilt navigation as expected, so no problem at all in navigating through everything. This may not be as smooth and slick as the Google Maps, however, this is quite precise, very useful as well. And another highlight feature of the Hyundai Tucson is dual zone automatic climate control. As you can see, you get a separate console over here for the dual zone AC. It is a touch based console, unlike physical buttons. However, this has haptic feedback functionality as well, including audible feedback for the buttons and controls. And you can see dual zone AC. You can set different temperatures for the driver and co-passenger seat. However, you can also set as complete sync, in sync with both sides, so that is also quite possible. This automatic AC can also be controlled using the touchscreen system or voice commands, which is quite nice. And quite surprisingly, the ventilated seats and even the sunroof can be controlled using voice commands. Yes, this Hyundai Tucson gets heated and ventilated front seats for the driver and co-passenger with 2 separate buttons for each seat. Let me just turn on the ventilated seat because it is quite hot today, but I am not going to use this button. Instead, I am going to use the voice commands. Yes. Turn on seat ventilation.
Turning on the seat ventilation.
Yep. And magically this button gets turned on and the seat is now so cool. Yes, and obviously similarly you can also control the heating function for the seat and the sunroof as well. Let me just try doing that. I want to see the sky.
Opening the sunroof.
Yep. And yes, khul ja sim sim. It is so nice. You don't have to use any other button if you have voice commands in your Hyundai Tucson. So that's how beautifully convenient that is. Now You can either use this button. However, the Tucson is now available with Amazon Alexa compatibility as well. So now using Alexa, you don't even have to use this button. You can just simply say Alexa and ask whatever you want Alexa to do for you inside the car, including say opening the tailgate, opening the sunroof, and controlling the ventilation function and AC as well. Similarly, using voice commands, you can also use navigation and calls, dialing, music, media, everything, whatever you want, you can easily use them as well. Now talking about other connectivity features, you get the Bluelink connectivity latest system, which offers you 60 plus connected features integrated into the car, including remote engine start stop, remote control for the AC, geo-fencing, live tracking, and vehicle health diagnosis, emergency assistance, and every damn thing. So quite a lot of features integrated into this car, which I am going to be tired once I finish explaining. Now apart from that, there is also a significant bit called audio infotainment. Yes, you get 8 speakers from Bose in this car. So there is obviously the Bose branding over here on the speaker in the doors, and there is obviously a tweeter over here. So totally there are 8 speakers, including a subwoofer which is located behind. So to play the audio, I'm going to actually play the sounds of nature, which is available as standard in this car. So this here is the sounds of nature setting. You get multiple sounds of nature, which are basically ambient sounds, which can relax you while long drives if you don't want to hear any traditional music or songs. Let me just turn on the volume. So that's how a lively forest feels like, I guess. Apart from the ambient sounds, it also plays a background music, which is quite nice and soothing. Some guitar, wow. Then there is also a sailing ship. There is also a city at dawn. Somebody is jogging apparently. And then there is the mystic experience the universe. Then there are the traditional rainy day and warm fireplace, which we have seen on the Hyundai Venue. I like this one. Yep, the audio quality is fantastic through the Bose speakers. Truly great audio experience, and these sounds of nature also quite soothe me very well. Then yes, apart from all this, you get Bluelink connectivity buttons over here on the roof console, which is also integrating the control for the sunroof. However, this console we have not seen on any other Hyundai car. This is exclusive only on the Hyundai Tucson. So you get the SOS button over here, the emergency assistance button over here, and this button, it controls the sunroof. So quite expected. And the interior cabin lamps are, as expected, LED units, which are nice in terms of illumination, and the roof lining quality is also quite premium, very nice and soft. Well, quite a lot of features. Yes, I have not yet finished. Yeah, this here is the 8-speed automatic transmission gear lever. This is the similar transmission gear lever we have seen on the Hyundai Alcazar, but obviously there are some differences in terms of design. You also get a separate manual mode, which you can control the gear in a Tiptronic mode, so quite nice. And there are also multiple drive and terrain modes, because this here is the H-Track all-wheel drive equipped Hyundai Tucson. So you get traction modes including snow, mud and sand modes, and there are also the drive modes including Eco, Normal, Sport and Smart. Quite nice. And according to the drive mode, the mileage, the performance and everything changes. In the terrain modes, since this is the all-wheel drive vehicle, you can see that the downhill braking control and everything gets turned on automatically, including the all-wheel drive system, thus providing more power, some amount of power to the rear wheels, so that you don't get stuck in any tight situation. Then on this console itself, you get to see the front parking sensor button, and this here is the button to turn on the 360-degree surround view camera. You also get the electronic parking brake with auto hold function, and there is also the hill descent control button over here integrated into this. There are obviously quite a lot of nicely thoughtful rubber lined, felt lined storage spaces, including these large cup holders over here, and this pocket over here obviously integrates a wireless charging pad, for which the indication is over here, and alongside that you get a 12-volt charging socket and 2 USB charging ports which you can use for charging, along with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay connectivity. Yes, this Hyundai Tucson does not provide wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay connectivity. Instead, you have to use your data cable to connect your smartphone. And this part over here is also completely rubber lined so that your smartphone does not get scratched. Then in terms of other storage spaces, you get this rather large console over here, nicely padded for your armrest, and it is nicely openable. There is a whole lot of space on the inside, so much that you can probably store whatever you want, including your small handbags. Quite nice. Then the glove box size is not that large, it is average, but there is no cooling function, quite unexpected. However, the door pads have large bottle holders as standard. Yes, and finally I have to talk about the seating quality. The quality of the leather on these seats are so good. As you can see, these are perforated because they are ventilated and heated. I am sure that almost no one will be using the heating function, but the ventilation function is so beautiful, along with the leather quality. It is so genuine, so beautiful, and so comfortable. Now, along with that, in terms of quality attention to detail, they have also provided this sort of metal accent on the neck part of the seats, which you can see on the driver's seat as well. So this part we have not yet seen on any other car. This is actually genuinely a metal component integrated into the seat to make it look a bit more premium. So this definitely adds to the premium appeal of the seats along with the interior. Well, in every bit of this interior you get to see premiumness and high quality appeal. Then yes, there is also a special feature regarding the dual zone AC I almost forgot. That is the diffuse function. Yes, normally the AC functions like you just simply set the fan speed, the temperature, and the AC is blown into your face or legs or whatever direction you want. So for example, if I say I am setting this in the fan speed 2 or 3, it just blows air into my face directly or my legs. But what if you're on a very long drive and you don't want the cold air to be blown directly into your face at that speed? You just simply turn on this diffuse. Yes, what it does is it reduces the airflow intensity and kind of keeps the cabin calm and noiseless as well. So that's how diffuse function for the AC works. Then coming on towards the right side of the steering wheel, you get to see a separate button for opening the tailgate. Obviously, from the driver's seat itself, you can open the tailgate. Very simple. You simply have to hold the button for a few seconds, and that's it. Similarly, to close the tailgate, you can also press this again for 2 seconds. You can also hold the tailgate in whatever position you want. And just to close it, you can hold it and it will close automatically. Yep, great. So in terms of convenience, this is practically fantastic. Now let's take a look at the rear seats, shall we? Getting into the rear seat of the Hyundai Tucson, well, you can see that here also there is no lack of comfort because you get a whole lot of recline adjust. Now if the passenger is sitting over there, you can also increase the space. Let me just show you that. So there are these buttons over here on the right side of the co-passenger seat with which you can simply extend the legroom. Say if you are chauffeur driven, this simply provides you an almost limousine-like experience. Additionally, if you want to increase the recline angle, there are the levers over here on the base of the second row seats, using which you can simply recline up to 8 levels of recline angles even on the rear seat of the Hyundai Tucson. How great is that? No other SUV provides this level of comfort and convenience, including 8-way recline adjust for the rear seats. Then obviously there is the integrated center armrest and 3 individual adjustable headrests, while also providing 3 individual proper 3-point seat belts for maximum safety, along with ISOFIX child seat mounts, the beautiful quality leather upholstery for the rear seats as well. And this car also provides in total 6 airbags as standard, along with ESP, traction control, hill hold, rollover mitigation, brake assist, and all those stuff regarding safety and maximum driving confidence. Then in terms of convenience, for the rear seat passengers, you get a whole lot of space with which you can simply sit cross-legged over here, and you have this aircraft style storage pocket over here, some netting. The quality is pretty good, however I expected it to be a bit more robust. It is okay, and you get 2 individual AC vents for the rear seat passengers, along with 2 individual USB charging ports. It is quite surprising that the Hyundai Tucson at this age and time does not provide C-type USB charging ports, but still I am okay with this because I don't have C-type charging cord. But yeah, some people expect C-type USB charging ports on every car, such as the Skoda Kushaq or the Volkswagen Tiguan. Well, then this panoramic sunroof obviously will provide a whole lot of space and light, lending this car an even more airier experience. As you can see, it just brings in a whole lot of light to the cabin, thus making it feel almost open and luxurious. So then let's quickly take a look at the boot. Opening the boot of this Hyundai Tucson is very easy. You don't even need a key fob for that. With the key fob in your pocket, you can simply go stand behind the car. If you are having some heavy luggage in your hands, this feature is going to be very handy. After 3 seconds and the beep sounds, the tailgate opens automatically. This is called the Smart Power Tailgate. Talking about boot space, the Hyundai Tucson provides 539 liters of luggage space. With the square shape, it is also very user-friendly. It also gets some clever features not seen on any other car in this category. For example, this removable load cover. This beam of the load cover can be removed very easily, and instead of a very hard and cheap parcel tray, Hyundai have provided proper quality retractable load cover which can be easily locked into place to keep your luggage covered from prying eyes. If you are loading larger luggage, this load cover with the beam can be removed easily. Now, apart from this clever feature, there is also another one. From the boot area itself, using these levers on the sides, you can easily fold flat the second row seats. This also is another feature we have not yet seen in this price category. Now, even after you do this, the seats are not exactly flat. In order to get a properly flat loading bay, anyway you have to go to the rear seats and you have to push down the rear seats like this to get them locked properly. Only after doing this, you get to see a completely flat, proper loading bay. Next up, talking about the spare wheel, under the boot floor, you get to see the steel Space Saver spare wheel, which comes with a very thin 135 section tire. Now, this is a 17-inch steel wheel. However, the tire width is similar to that seen on the front tire of the Tata Nano, which means this can be used only for emergency purposes, that too up to 80 km/h of maximum speed only. However, the petrol version gets a full-size 18-inch spare wheel. Closing this tailgate is also very easy thanks to the power tailgate button, which makes everything so easy and light. Now let's check out the engine bay. This new 4th generation Hyundai Tucson has become even more powerful than any other previous Hyundai car in India. This one here is the diesel all-wheel drive variant. So this here is the 2-liter 4-cylinder SmartStream turbo diesel engine producing 186 PS of maximum power and 416 Nm of maximum torque through an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Thanks to Hyundai's H-Track all-wheel drive system, the Tucson is capable of doing some off-roading. Now, apart from this diesel, there is also the 2-liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol engine from the Hyundai Alcazar, which produces 156 PS of maximum power and 192 Nm of maximum torque through a 6-speed torque converter automatic. Yes, the diesel seems to be significantly more powerful than the petrol compared to any other Hyundai car. There is also more than ample amount of under-bonnet insulation. Now let's talk about the pricing and value of this Tucson. As we already know, Hyundai cars have got segment-besting features in all segments. Now, surpassing all those features, Hyundai have provided a whole lot more features on this Tucson, beating the Citroen C5 and the Jeep Compass hands down. It has got even more features than the Toyota Fortuner, MG Gloster or the Skoda Kodiaq. which truly makes this one among the most feature-loaded 5-seat SUVs in the country. Now, apart from the features, it also provides a powerful diesel engine, great levels of space and comfort, thoughtful and intelligent convenience features as well, which makes this a more desirable package. Soon, I will be bringing you a detailed drive review of this new Hyundai Tucson. According to me, this is currently the best 5-seat premium family SUV. Do let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this new 4th generation Hyundai Tucson. Meanwhile, this is Viprajesh signing off. See you on another video. Thank you for watching.